How to spend 48 hours in Lake Como. Welcome to a travel guide and vlog in Lake Como, Italy. In this video, I'll be showing you day 1, the first 24 hours. I'll tell you how I traveled from Paris to Milan, all the way to the final destination, Treto, Italy, one of the communes in the province of Como. I will then show you where to stay, where to eat authentic food of the region, approved by this food critic herself, explore the prettiest town and many magical spots that we accidentally found and that you can definitely not miss, especially this iconic hotel and dreamy terrace. Send this video to someone special, grab your notebook, and be ready to plan a dream trip filled with sweet memories that you'll cherish forever. Without further ado, let's get started. One last thing before I give you a room tour. I think it's a good time to introduce myself. My name is Chiara. I studied architecture in Paris. I'm from Montreal. I love to travel. I have a clothing brand, and this was my first time traveling with a new friend, Lexi. Now we're ready to go to the dreamiest town and most perfect Airbnb that overlooks the western shore of Lake Como. It has 2 stunning balconies located on the 2nd level of a building like this one, where the views can be admired day and night. Now, let's have a room tour. This is our little Airbnb. I think we hit the jackpot. Yeah. Literally the cutest kitchen and comfiest bed. You look so pretty. Thank you. Also equipped with a full-length mirror, and it is steps away from a famous hotel that I'll show you later. You're probably wondering how we got to Treto, because the day most definitely did not start here. We'll have to rewind a little bit to explain ourselves. Let's travel. You can't fly into Como, so after waking up at 4 a.m. and taking a 90-minute flight from Paris to the fashion capital of Italy, we spent about an hour in Milan to visit the iconic Duomo and admire the architecture, then stumbled upon a cute Italian cafe before heading from Milan to Como. To reach Como, we took the train from Milano Centrale, where you can buy your tickets in person, to Como San Giovanni, taking you on a 60-minute train ride to Como, also known as the most magical place I've been to. It is known for its lush vegetation, rich historic gardens, and scenic beauty from the clear blue waters and backdrop of the Alps. Now that we've made it to Como, we walk 10 minutes from the train to reach the port. This is where we bought our ferry tickets before having a quick lunch break. And it's so beautiful at Lago Food & Co. Hopefully it'll be yummy. It's very cute. We stopped at Lago for a scenic meal and had caprese salad paired with a meat pizza before boarding our first ferry. We initially planned to take a ferry from Como directly to our Airbnb. So we got on the ferry, got comfortable on the ferry, took in the views, got sidetracked as we took in the views, and accidentally got off at the wrong stop. Here is where I show you the cute town that I had mentioned earlier. Let's go to Leno. At this point, we were still admiring our stunning surroundings, assuming that we were a 10-minute walk from our Airbnb. It's a pretty walk, but it is very hot, but no complaints because we're in the most beautiful place in the world. In reality, our phones told us it was 2 hours by foot. It was about 3 p.m. when we realized we messed up. We barely had service, there were no Ubers or taxis, and we didn't know what to do. Unfortunately, the ferry had left a good hour ago. We laughed about the situation and decided to get a glass of wine. Before I explain the next couple hours, let's fast forward to our first night after a long travel day. We arrived to our Airbnb at 5 p.m. and quickly threw on clothes and some makeup. Where are we going?
To dinner.
Do you know what it's called?
No. It's a slur.
Starts with an F.
La Faglera.
Let's hope it's that. As we started walking, we found the Grand Hotel Treto. This hotel opened in 1910, and it is one of the oldest and most iconic luxury hotels on Lake Como. Its deck overlooks the beautiful landscapes where you can sit and enjoy a glass of wine and read a book by the water. There's also a terrace above where you can get drinks too. But we stayed by the water. The waiter then brought us some sardines.
My first time trying sardines.
One thing you should know about Lexi is that she's a foodie and she loves to try new things. As we were getting really hungry for dinner, we paid our bill and waddled away to one of the best restaurants I've ever been to. We walked about an hour to get there and stopped at hidden gems along the way. We walked on a questionable path, but in the end made it to a good spot.
Faglera.
La Favorita. Como isn't only known for its stunning landscapes and beautiful architecture, but also for its delicious cuisine and exceptional wine. This is what we ordered. We ordered rabbit, the fresh catch of the day, and some sides.
I was well. Much rabbit I've ever had, but 9.2.
I would give it a 10, and the service was also a 10, meaning I would definitely go back. The owner even drove us back to the Airbnb safely because there were no cabs. And this reminds me to go back to where our weekend actually started. Although our weekend didn't start as planned, we embraced the wrong path that we took earlier that day and both realized a beautiful truth about life, which is the following. Your best moments often happen when your plans fall apart. And in the end, everything always works out. In our case, we were lucky enough to meet a local who ended up calling us a cab and drove us to our Airbnb. It wasn't a cheap ride, but it's become a valuable and core memory that we'll cherish forever. If you've made it this far into the video, then here's a reminder that life can be sweet if you choose to see your glass half full. Thank you so much for watching, and I can't wait to see you in the next video, where I'll show you day 2. I'll be taking you along on the final 48 hours of our trip. I'll show you many towns to visit, villas to explore, how to get around, some good food, and much more. I hope you enjoyed part 1, and I'll see you in part 2. Like, comment, and subscribe for more. And ciao for now. Follow me on Instagram at Kiara Marcoux.